Alright, hello all, welcome back to the Dragon Ball Z Dokkan battle video here. So we do finally have a new Extreme Super Battle Road stage. Now they haven't really updated this event or just OG Super Battle Road since I think like January, maybe even like December. It's been a while. They've been avoiding updating these. I presume the reason is because they know they're getting low on categories, but I don't know. Because, I mean, they were doing them, like, once, one at Super Battle Road, one Extreme Super Battle Road per celebration, but, I mean, they haven't been doing that, so I'm not really sure what the future of these events is going to hold. But, of course, we do have a new stage here, so we got to get the clear. Now, sometimes these can be pretty tough. I mean, the last one, like Corroded Body and Mind, I don't think was too tough, but I know, like, a Super Saiyan 2 was hell for me. Low Class Warrior was horrible. I think, like, Battle of Wits might have been, hard. I don't know, there's a lot of these that can be pretty tough. I do like to go for the no items. So, we'll see what we have here. Oh, wait, is everyone actually on full power? Do I want to run 2 Gohans, though? I feel like I'd rather run 2 Beasts. At least for, just to play it safe, right? I don't know. Yeah, this is the team I built, though. I feel like we should be able to clear it pretty easily here. I mean, we have a very strong team, but I suppose we'll see what happens. Let's just jump in.
Alright, let's do this.
These can go for quite a while if you keep getting dunked on by the bosses. So we'll see what happens. I don't know really what to expect. Now, this did actually come out a little bit ago now.
I gave my word from one Saiyan to another, and I have to keep it. I'll shatter through my limits in my own way, on my own terms. Now you can finally see my all.
Alright, I don't really like talking during the intros. It's been, what, like, maybe like a week or so since this actually came out in-game. I have heard that it's supposedly, like, harder or buffed or something than normal Extreme Super Battle Roads, but I haven't actually looked at anything, like any stats or any runs or anything. So I don't know what really to expect other than that I've heard it's stronger than usual. But they've done a pretty good job of making these pretty tough in the past, so I don't know what to expect from a stronger than usual Extreme Super Battle Road. I mean, the thing is is I'm not really sure how much to really buy into what I heard, though, because they do play around with the difficulty already. It's not like it's like a new thing, if they have. Certain categories they'll make weaker, and certain categories they'll make stronger. Like, Low Class Warrior, I guarantee if you look at the stats, is going to have less stats on, you know, like the attack, the defense, HP, than like Pure Saiyans or something, right? Well, I mean, that stage is forever ago, so maybe not exactly, but point being, they do already adjust the stats that are present in these fights based off of, you know, what category it is. I mean, if it's a pretty shit category, you can't have it be on the same level as to be a challenge. Like Corroded Body and Mind, you're not having it have the same stats that Miraculous Awakening has, right? I mean, we have Beast Gohan, we have the UIs with Blue Evolution. Like, this is a good category, so they inherently do make it pretty strong, which is unfortunate because it can lead to sometimes, like, I think it might have actually been Connected Hope was tough for me.
Guess it's my turn.
And then Super Saiyan 2 Gohan was in slot 7, huh? Okay, I mean, we did about a third of Frieza's health bar in just that one turn. So, it doesn't look so tough so far. I mean, we're not going to kill here, but we should probably kill next rotation, I have to imagine. I suppose we shall see, though. It does depend on what my Gohan exactly wants to do with his crit procs. But it does look pretty easy so far, so I don't know. I mean, I will certainly take easy. I mean, I've been uploading these sort of runs. I do like to go for no items. There's been a couple that I couldn't no item, and I did have to use items. I think Low Class Warrior was one of those. I think even Super Saiyan 2 was one of those. Those were like last year. I mean, that's when I started making content in general, but specifically, you know, Dokkan. So I've been uploading these. They can be pretty tough. I feel like over the last, I don't know, maybe like post worldwide, they haven't seemed as tough for me. But I can't exactly recall how many stages have come out since then. It just, once again, it has been since like January since this has gotten properly updated. I think it's been roughly since January. It's been several months. I know it didn't get updated at all during the anniversary at the very least, and hasn't been updated since.
The plants and animals that I love. Please protect them. I'm counting on you.
Yeah, okay. Frieza should probably die this turn. I think we could do that, and then we could still get a decent bit of orbs for Vegeta here. Yeah, oh, okay, we got perfect. 10 orbs. That's huge. Alright, so everyone has their full key this turn. Yeah, I think we should probably kill. I mean, Vegeta's, you know, next to UI Goku, so... Oh, okay, we got hit. 84k. I mean, it is UI Goku, though. I mean, Frieza so far doesn't seem that tough. We'll see what the other bosses have, though. I did see that the last one was Jiren. I forget what the second fight was. I know I saw it for a moment at the beginning, but I can't recall. So, is it going to be like a lot of one-phase fights, or not one phase, but one enemy? Is that maybe why people were saying it's tougher than usual? Because they do adjust the stats for the fights based off how many enemies are present. So, I mean, if it's just like 3-1 enemy fights, the individual enemies will be stronger than, you know, the enemies in like a 2, 3, 4 person, whatever fight would be, simply to make up for lack of enemy numbers. Okay, now Gohan should kill here. I don't think Vegeta is gonna kill. Oh, no, he did. Okay. Alright, so it's Cell. I have to... Wait, maybe he has Cell Juniors? Yeah, okay. So this is a 5 fight. Well, we don't have any AoEs, so that's kind of unfortunate. I think we should be fine, though. Here, let me target the weaker guys first. Okay, well, this could be interesting. I mean, if it's going to be 5 enemies here, I don't know. I feel like I'm trying to be a little cautious because I heard it's supposed to be tougher than usual, but I'm not seeing it so far. So I don't. Maybe that was just people hyping it up because it's been a while and they forgot how tough Extreme Super Battle Roads can be. Oh yeah, that's LG. Okay. No, this is what? I feel like I'm missing something. Were people like memeing when they said it was tougher than usual? Is that what? Was I just outside of a joke? Maybe that's what happened. I mean, I suppose if you don't have like Beast and Super Saiyan 2 Gohan, and, all the Blue Evolutions and stuff, but I mean, that's just. I mean, that's like the whole category. I mean, without those specific characters, the category just sucks. So, I suppose if you can't really run the category properly, it's hard. Maybe? I don't know. It doesn't seem all that right now. Okay. Well, I mean, we got 2 Cell Juniors down. We'll do a little bit of damage here to Cell. So I suppose we should probably beat this in 3 sort of rotations as well. We beat the last one in 3 rotations, I believe. Yeah, so I imagine they probably haven't updated this because they knew they were doing Battle Hard and Formidable Foe during Anniversary, which I still haven't cleared all of. See, the thing is, I've been trying to... Maybe this isn't the right thought process to have, and I'm sure I've explained it. I kind of messed up a little bit. Oh well, I mean, we have the revive, so push comes to shove, we'll be okay. I've explained my thoughts, but essentially, the idea, at least in my mind, it makes sense, is I still have like Battle Hard and Formidable Foe, and I think like 2 Supreme Magnificent battles left from Anniversary to finish. Everything else I finished. I got up to stage 4 on Battle Hard and Formidable Foe, I believe. So I have quite a bit catch up on it. But my thought process, at least, was that because I'm already, so behind on that stuff, and even like the red zone, I haven't even touched that came out Sunday. My thought process has been, okay, I'm already behind, on this stuff by quite a large deal. Doing like, another couple of days or so just to make sure I stay sort of on time with the new content, I figure makes more sense instead of falling behind on more stuff. I don't know, maybe I should really get to clearing that though. I've been trying to, but it's like every time I go to start doing it, they start releasing more missions, which, I don't know. There's also been like a lot of character drops, info in general about the game, and then I've been doing I've gotten back to doing the stacking videos recently, so I've been trying to do like 1 video a day, so it has taken away from me getting to clearing those, but I will eventually. I mean, especially because we do know now that Global will have its anniversary still celebrated. Now, I don't really know exactly what to make of that. The thing that I'm very intrigued by is that they said it's going to be on par in terms of like the JP anniversary. So they want to celebrate both anniversaries fully. It's not like they definitely have a favorite, but they want to act like they don't. Which I do prefer, obviously, but point being, I do wonder, do we think it's going to carry over for the global anniversary this year too? Because we don't know the full schedule, because, I mean, for the last, 5 years or so, maybe even 6 years, however long it's been, Dokkan, quote-unquote modern Dokkan, has been very schedule-oriented. Like, we know exactly what's going to come within, a few-day time span, Like, we knew, for example, that Kale and Khalifa, that slot was going to be an LR. What we didn't know was that they were changing it to a Carnival LR, which I do think is pretty good, but, in years past, it's been, Yellow Coin, we know when Golden Week's coming, etc., etc. But this year it's actually a little odd because now they did, show the schedule is massively changing. Okay, so there's 3 enemies here. Because global is now synced. So this is going to be an interesting year for everyone, not just global players this time around. So I'm very intrigued to see how this entire year goes. But hold on, okay, I can get 6 orbs going over there. I want to make sure I don't mess up now that we're pretty deep in. I'll go for the 7 there, and then that way I can get Blue Evolution. All of these. So we'll have to see exactly what the rest of this year brings. But I believe global anniversary is like July 2nd. I think is when it starts. It's somewhere around there within a week or so, I believe. So that's going to be on par with anniversary. I do wonder for this year specifically if we're gonna see 6 LRs, like how we did for, JP 10th anniversary. But I would just plan on 4 characters. And that being said, maybe I am just interpreting this differently from the rest of the community. When I look at that graphic and what they said in that video, to me it sounded like it's just a whole new celebration we're getting, major celebration in the year. Because, they said, they didn't say that Worldwide was being moved to June. At least I didn't hear that. Maybe I completely missed it. I did go back to the video and I didn't see that or hear it again. So I'm pretty sure they didn't say that. That's how a lot of people seem to have interpreted it. But to me, it just sounded like Global's getting an anniversary in like July. Tanabata's like late September, presumably. And Worldwide's still late August is what it sounded like to me. But it's gonna be new for everyone this year, so I don't know. I mean, adding a whole new major celebration with 4 major LRs is kind of a lot. So it would make sense to me if it is simply just them moving Worldwide to that slot, especially because Worldwide doesn't really mean anything anymore. I mean, the whole point of the Worldwide celebration in the past was this is like the sync celebration in a year. Now, we did have other sync celebrations, but it was the sync celebration that has been shared for many years now. They did have I believe it was Superhero, the 2022 Gold New Year's was synced, but that was the only one that's been synced besides obviously starting this year. And then like they've had Golden Week synced for a while, but I can't remember if it was always synced. Saiyan Day I think has always been synced. Like there's been a few celebrations that have been synced, but like Worldwide's whole point was this is when Global and JP can play and celebrate the same things at the same time. I mean, now that we're synced, it doesn't really fully sync. It doesn't really make too much sense. The only thing I could have saw them doing was, since they waited until Worldwide to be fully synced, be like, this is now the full synchronization celebration, anniversary, whatever. But I don't know. I'm really intrigued to see what happens the rest of this year. I mean, especially because, did we like lose this yellow coin LR that would typically be in Golden Week, or is it just like replaced? Because something to consider is that in years past we had a funny little thing called Super Dragon Ball Hero, or yeah, the Heroes celebration. We don't have that anymore. They did say we're still gonna get the EZAs, but there's not gonna be any new units anymore. So if they don't add anything, and I believe it's what, like early, mid, late. I think it's like early, mid-November is when it usually happens. So if they don't add anything in that slot, it's just gonna be a major dead slot when November is already pretty dead. for JP. So I feel like they're just going to reorganize a lot of the later part of the year. But I don't know. We'll have to see exactly once again how everything plays out. But I could see them just like putting a yellow coin LR sort of right there instead of like getting rid of it. So instead of it like the Golden Week yellow coin LR, I'm saying instead of it happening in Golden Week, maybe they just make sure we have the same amount of yellow coin LRs in a year, but instead it's going to happen in November, and we instead just like gain the Carnival LR. I don't know, even if we lose a yellow coin LR, which would suck because we only get a few in a year at this point, which I mean I'm fine with, but I don't know, it's really weird. The Carnival LR, like when it was added in 2022, like I feel like it should have just been like yellow coin LRs, Carnival LRs. Like it is kind of weird how they handled all that. I would have preferred if everything was just Carnival, or they just upgraded yellow coin instead of making a whole new coin, right? I mean they definitely did it for money, but I mean I don't know, it's like they realize that they don't actually want to make yellow coin LRs anymore, that Carnival LRs are the thing that like make money, so that they're just like phasing them out slowly. I don't know, but I do think at least this is a pretty optimal outcome, them changing this, because it is a Rising Dragon Carnival. That's a double rates banner. Now we typically only have one major double rates banner. I mean, I think the Peppy Gals one it comes in like August or something. But I think it's early August. Anyway, point being, we don't actually really get double rates banners typically, and if we're having 2 a year, and each one is bringing a new Carnival LR, I could see like Gotenks returning here, and and for the Christmas Carnival, like Kale and Khalifa return. Like if we have actual good landing spots for both those LRs now, that would be really nice. And I mean, the Tanabata LR also always has weird landing spots, so the Carnival one. So maybe they can change things up so it doesn't take as long for characters to return. But we will, once again, have to wait and see. Why don't we get these active animations then, just because.
I'll hit you with an attack you won't be able to destroy. This is everything I've got.
Okay, now Beast.
Is that all you've got?
I don't know. I've seen a lot of people starting to get like burnt out of the game, which I mean, breaks are healthy and everything, and if you feel like not playing the game, I mean I'm not here to tell you you're wrong or anything. Like enjoy. It's a game that's meant for fun. Play it if you want to. If you have fun with it. If you don't have fun with it, don't play it. Right? Simple as that. But I don't know. I feel like I've seen a lot of people. At least maybe it's just like Twitter community is completely rotted. But it seems like a lot of people are pretty dissatisfied right now, or at least that's the perception I get from a lot of the big accounts, at least. But for me, I mean, I don't know. I feel like my excitement for the game has more or less, never been higher. So I'm really excited to see what they do the rest of this year. They can cook. I don't know. I don't like how Kale Khalifa isn't Kefla, but I still think it's a pretty uniquely designed character. So, I mean, I'm not that annoyed or whatever. I don't know. They look pretty fun, and I need super boss characters, so I'm probably gonna summon, even though I feel like it definitely should have had Kefla. But I mean, there we go. That was. I don't know. At some point, I just like really stopped paying attention to the run here. I was able to just mostly click through. I heard it was supposed to be tougher than normal ones, but maybe it was just a joke. Like maybe I was on the outside of an inside joke. I don't know. Maybe it was like everyone being sarcastic. Oh, this shit's so easy that we're gonna call it hard. Maybe that was what was happening, but it seemed very easy to me. So I started just talking about Dokkan in general, but there we go. That is Extreme Super Battle Road Miraculous Awakening cleared, no items. I will certainly not complain about getting a no item clear in one try, because past ones have been pretty tough, and I've had to use items. But listen, I will take my free rewards where I can get them. Let me just collect these here. We get the nice little special premium currency, and my favorite thing, we get these little category exclusive orbs or equipments. These are my favorite equipments to get. I don't know. I really like having raw stats, so I try to put these on as much characters as possible. So not having Extreme Super Battle Roads recently has been kind of rough. You know, I'm starting to run a little low on these for a lot of big characters, but get a little bit more to refill the collection there. But yeah, there we go. That's another one cleared. Hopefully we start seeing them more recently, and Super Battle Road still hasn't been updated, so we'll see what happens there. But we can end this here. Thank you all for watching. I hope you enjoyed. Take care.